The United States military for the first time since 1985 chose a new standard issue sidearm. After a historic competitive selection process called the MHS competition, the Sig Sauer M17 reigned victorious over all the other pistols. Rightfully so, with it being the first truly modular handgun design with the most modern features and outstanding reliability. The M17 was first issued to the Army, with the M18 later to be issued to the Marines, with other branches to follow. When it was first made, by the request of the Army, the pistol came in all FDE, including the controls with only black sights. Eventually, the Army chose to go with a little bit cheaper color scheme with black controls, and decided they wanted all of their pistols to match for parts consistency. They traded the first batch of guns back to Sig Sauer, and the very limited number of officially issued and fielded FDE M17s were released to the public as military surplus firearms. And here it is, a little piece of US military history. The originally issued FDE Sig Sauer M17. This is not to be confused with the commemorative edition Sig Sauer M17, which was released at the exact same time of the initial batch of pistols, in order to commemorate the Army's new selection of their handgun, and it was color schemed to mimic the exact guns issued to the military. These issued guns, however, have special markings on the slide, barrel, and special serial numbers, and they also come with these authentic M17 certificates stating that these were officially issued sidearms of the US Army. Other notable handguns in the MHS competition were the Beretta M9A3, which was an updated version of the Beretta M9A1, which was the US military sidearm for almost 40 years. There was also the Beretta APX, the FN509, and the Glock 19X. A frequently asked question is how the Glock got beat out by the P320, having such a long history with police and agencies. And since it's such a frequently asked question, I'll try to shed some light on that topic right here. The Glock pistol is a 40-year-old design that is largely unchanged. It has a proprietary accessory rail with no cross-compatibility with other handgun systems or the rifle systems, as the modern attachment method today is the 1913 Picatinny rail. It has famously horrible ergonomics, being square. The slide release is often trained around instead of trained with. The triggers are notably horrible due to the fact that they have a double action feel because it is a half-cock striker. There is zero versatility or modularity. The pistols were not optics ready. The Glock pistols are easy to take apart and service, however they do require tools and it does take a matter of minutes, and at that point you have loose parts everywhere and stuff to keep track of. They're very expensive to replace the broken plastic frames. They have mediocre stippling, and all the frames are model specific. These are all downsides to an antiquated design that hasn't been changed and updated in the last almost 40 years. The Glock pistols also had some serious reliability concerns in the Generation 4 and had recalls with both the recoil system and the extraction. On the other hand, the P320 was the first successful and customizable truly modular handgun system. It came optics ready with a standard pick rail for accessory compatibility with any other firearm. It has phenomenal and customizable ergonomics, a short, crisp trigger, perfect functional controls, metal magazines that aren't affected by debris as much as plastic magazines. It has great stippling that has been updated and improved along the generations. It has a larger trigger guard for gloved hands. The P320's revolutionary design consists of two major assemblies. The trigger assembly, which is actually the serialized part holding the trigger mechanism, and the striker assembly, which is in the slide. Both are fully contained and hold no loose parts. They can also be accessed very easily without tools, and take a matter of seconds to take out or replace. This makes service and repair on this pistol incredibly easy for a large organization like a military. All they have to do is take out the respective assembly that may be malfunctioning, put it in a broken box, toss in a new assembly out of the new box, and the gun's up and running in a matter of seconds, with no loose parts and no problems to deal with. They can then easily take apart the assembly later on at their leisure or send it back to SIG to have them figure it out. Any breakages and destruction caused to the plastic parts of the frame are a non-issue because the firing control unit can be easily taken out in a matter of seconds and the cheap plastic frame can be replaced, holding no valuable parts. There is also total parts interchangeability between the models, including slides on different frames, grips with different firing control units, etc. To top it off, the M18 set a new record for the most reliable pistol the military has ever tested. The pistols were also cheaper. So in the end, there was really no competition between the Glock and the P320. It was a clear and concise winner and won in every single category. The P320 is objectively a modern, far superior design and functioning firearm, especially for a large organization with hundreds of thousands of pistols to service, repair, and maintain. The Glock pistol design has a lot to make up for and a lot to update if they want to keep competitive in the modern modular pistol market. So that's it for a little piece of US history, the Sig Sauer M17. Catch you guys later.